Hello. At this video, we're going to use move operations in a practical project. Let me show you how the plant has been designed in the factory I/O. Click here. I've started with third scenes. If you remember, we have done a project with this plant. Here, the fill and discharge valves have two states, on or off. At this project, right-click on the tank, and select Analog. Now, we can activate two valves, with a voltage from 0 to 10. With 0 voltage, the valve will be close, and with a 10 voltage, it will be open fully. We can use middle voltages. For example, 5 voltage can open the valve 50%. Also, here, we have a level meter, which give us a voltage from 0 to 10, based on the liquid level in the tank. Let's see the control box. Here I have a start and stop push buttons, which can be used to fill tank and close valves. I just insert another start push button to discharge tank. As you see, at the bottom, there is a displayer, which will be used to display liquid level, based on %. Pay attention, every push button has a small light on itself. We can select any environment, and modify its tags. Alright, this table shows the used environment and defined tags, which will be used at this project. We have 3 push buttons, and a level sensor which will be connected to PLC inputs. At the PLC outputs, there are 2 lights, which are on the push buttons. The fill and discharge valves work with a voltage between 0 and 10. And a digital displayer which can show numbers. Here, pay attention to data types. At this project we'll have real and double integer data. For this plant, first we want to display liquid level based on %, on the digital displayer. Then, we can drain the tank manually, with the discharge push button. Finally, the fill push button fill the tank, proportional the liquid level. I mean, when the tank is empty, the fill valve must be open fully. If the liquid level is between 1 and 3, we'll use 80% of valve capacity. And finally, when the liquid level is greater than 9, the fill valve must be closed. Let's start programming. First, base of PLC input-output connections in the factory I/O, define suitable tags. For example, here, the first tag with I0.0 address in the PLC, is connected to fill push button in the factory I/O. Alright, after defining tags for PLC inputs-outputs, let's go to main block OB1. As you know, First network, able us to use factory I/O, beside PLC sim. Let me to create a function. At this function I'm going to write a suitable program to show liquid level on digital displayer. I chose displayer function as its name. This function need to have an input from level sensor and an output connection to digital displayer. Here, pay attention to their data types, which are the same as related PLC input-output. Let me write first line program, which need a comparator and move instruction. Here, I use the function input which will be connected to level sensor. At the move instruction, I use this function output. As you see, the first line sends 0 to function output, when the function input is less than 1. At the second line, I'm going to use in-range instruction. In this line, when the function input is between 1 and 3, the move function send 20% to its output. Alright, now let me show you how CPU runs this function. CPU first call main block or OB1. OB is the written abbreviation of organization block. Then, main block call its network from 1 to last. Here, the network 2, will call the displayer function with this program. Pay attention, these are displayer function input-outputs. For example, at the last line, when the value at the function input is greater than 9, the move function send 100 number to its output. Alright, this my program in the displayer function. Let me come back to main block and call this function. As you see, this function has an input-output. I connect them to level sensor of PLC input and level displayer of PLC output. If you have another tank, you can use this function for that, with another PLC input-output. Alright, this rectangular tell me, the data types of the function output, and this address are not the same. Factory I/O use double integer format for its digital displayer. Let me modify the data type of this PLC output from real to double integer. Now, I want to call a function to discharge tank, in the third network. So, let me create a function with discharge function name. This function needs an input from discharge push button, and an output to connect to the discharge valve. Let me write this function program. This program is simple. When the discharge push button is pressed, the number 10 will be transferred to discharge valve, to open that completely. And when it's not pressed, the second line will send 0 to discharge valve, to close that completely. Now, let me come back to main block and use this function in the third network. As the same way, let me create another function with the name fill function. Alright, until now, we have written two functions for these two steps. Now we want to write a program to filling tank base on its level. For example, when the level sensor give us a number between 5 and 7, we must use 40% of fill valve capacity. The fill function will be called from network 4. This function need 3 inputs and 1 outputs. For example, later, I can connect this function output to any address with real format. I will connect it to fill valve address. Also I will use this bit memory, with name temp1, for the bottom SR instruction. At this function, first, I save start and stop filling request, on the local bit memory, like previous project. If the level sensor is less than 1, this program sends number 10 to its output, which will turn on fill valve completely. Other conditions can be inserted here, like first function. Alright, this is my program in fill function. Let me call that from main block. Now I want to test this program. First, see my factory I/O connection settings to the virtual PLC. Now start TIA simulation and test the program like previous videos. First, let's test the fill push button. It seems here is a problem. Let me open the fill function. As you see, when I press fill button, my program works correctly, but when I release that, the SR instruction forgot filling request. Why? Pay attention, when CPU exit from the fill function, all data of this function are cleared, such as state of temp1. To solve this problem, we must use another function types which are called function block. You will learn them in next videos. Now, instead of using temp1, use a bit memory like M0.0. I press the fill push button. At this time, the fill function works correctly. Now, let's test the discharge function. As you see, always, the digital displayer show liquid level base %. Alright, in the next video, we're going to do this project, with conversion operations. So save this project for the next lesson. Thanks.